Well, the fire happens. What I do next is so vitally important because we're talking about so much money here that's at stake. So let's get right into it. Here we go. First step, we want to call the insurance company and inform them that we've had this big massive fire, everything burned to the ground, and they're going to want to send somebody out, obviously, to do an assessment of what happened. Now the police, they've already been there. The fire department obviously has been there, but the state fire marshal is coming out this afternoon to do a full-blown inspection and point out exactly what caused the fire. I've been in business for 35 years and I've worked with different insurance companies, and I can tell you, I never cut corners with the insurance. I never try to get a cheap version of insurance because there's so much at stake here. You have the buildings, you have the grounds, you have the people, you have the community. You know, you want to make sure that you're covered when something happens. I mean, that's why you have insurance. So in the coverage, you can have different types of coverage. So if you have, let's say, a fire, then you can have the type of coverage that covers your damage, or you can have the type of coverage that covers the damage and covers the reconstruction of exactly what was there before at today's values, because that's a difference there too. So you may have insurance coverage that will pay you to put back what was there, but is it at 5 years ago value, or is it at today's value? The type of coverage I have is to put back exactly what was there at today's value, so we're covered. The other type of insurance that's out there is loss of business insurance. Now you might be saying, okay, what the heck's that if you're not into business? Well, you have a business and you have income that comes in every day, and if something happens like we just did with the whole place burning down, then you can't have that income coming in because the restaurant's not there any longer. So loss of business insurance covers you if you have a catastrophe to make sure you still have income coming in. I have that as well. It's good for up to a year. Now what they do in the case of loss of business insurance, they'll come in, they'll want to have a look at the books, the financials, because they want to determine what gross revenue did you have before versus after, and whatever that difference is, they're supposed to pay up. And they'll do an inspection, but who are they representing? Well, they're representing the insurance company, not me. So I want to get another company to come in and do a full assessment of all the loss, all the damage, and give me a full report of what it's going to cost to put exactly that back. And that's going to be an independent assessment that I'll have in my back pocket, that when the insurance company comes in and says, oh, looks like it's $2 million worth of damage, well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's $2.5 million worth of damage instead. I'll know, and I want to be informed. So right now I'm standing just against the wall in pretty much the gift shop. And if you came in here, you saw the candy bars, you saw the golf supplies, you saw the gifts and everything for sale. And up here against this wall on the other side would be the kitchen. And of course that's where the fire started, was in the kitchen. Originally thought to be from the microwave, which is located here. And so the microwave was actually not what caused the fire, but it was a piece of equipment that was right next to it. So right next to it, there was this stainless steel table and this warmer on top of it. So the stainless steel table was sitting back here between the microwave and this stainless steel work table. And the cord, this is just this box right here basically is a warmer, and you put some water in the bottom of it, and then you take some pans and you set the pans in, and you put food in there, and that keeps your food warm until you're ready to pull it out. So this piece of equipment had a standard electric cord. Of course, all the insulation, all the rubber stuff, the plastic stuff's all burnt off, so you're not going to see that. But just a standard electric cord came out of here. Now, just like most, and this is what was explained to me by the investigator, most electric cords are braided. And if you want to get a really close-up look here, you can see that this is a braided wire, which basically means that there's a whole lot of small wires that are wrapped together to make one wire. And basically you have the positive side, you have the negative side, and then you have a ground, and that's a standard layout. So when a braided wire is exposed against itself, it creates an arc, and the arc actually welds. And you saw the three different braids and the three different wires here, but when it arcs, it actually arcs it together to form a single wire. So you can see the single wire right here. As it comes down through there, it was the current arced and welded the wire together. Now this is just coming out. The other piece that was going out from here and into the wall socket has broken off, and it's located in here. We have that. Now what caused the insulation and everything to be exposed, the wire to be exposed, was that this wire was draped between two different stainless steel tables. And because it was draped between, it was pinched, it was rubbed, it exposed the two different circuits of the wire and caused the arc. And the inspector said right where it came over, right here actually, you can see when the arc happened, it actually created an indentation on the stainless steel table. The other table that's in the kitchen right next to it, and that indentation's right here, the other table also has the same matching mark. So at this point, the end of the wire was draped down like this. The other part came down through here like that. It created an arc. It burned it. Everything started burning, and it followed it up to the wire in the wall, and then boom, everything went. So they knew that it was this area that started because there are 1 and 2 stud walls here that are missing. They're completely missing. So they know that this was the hottest part of the fire right here, because the studs are completely gone. And then also the things that they look at on this side here, you see this stud wall that you still see wood and you see the charring around the side. But if you saw the back side of this, it's all completely charred, and you can break it off just like that. So they knew that this was the hottest spot of the fire, and that it started right here and burned this whole area up, and it went up just like that. Nothing that anybody could do. This is not a fault of anybody at all. It's one of those things, it's a freak accident, and it's a very unfortunate freak accident, but nobody caused it. No one was at fault. And the responders, the fire department, got here as quickly as possible. But as you can imagine, we're talking about the kitchen. Right behind it, you have grease in the fryers and everything. So there's accelerants there that catch on fire and just take over, and there's no way in the world that you can put something like that out. So that's what caused the fire right here. Again, nobody's fault, it just happened. So that's what the fire inspector said. It's pretty clear what caused the fire. I've got a million things going on right now. I've got a million thoughts in my head. What are we gonna do? What direction are we gonna head? I know what I wanna do. I wanna talk to the staff again. I want to get everybody together, and I want to get their thoughts on the table, because I've always been amazed at when you have a great staff like we do, we get great ideas. So I want to check back with these guys and see what's going on.
Well, I was just finishing up my day, and then my phone rings. I'll look down, it's John Morgan. Well, that's interesting. I wonder what he has on his mind.
Hi, it's David.
Hey, David, this is John Morgan. How's it going?
Oh, well, you know, pretty good, I guess, all things considered.
Absolutely, man. I hated to hear the news, and really devastated by it. You know, I enjoy playing music up there for, you know, all everybody in the county and all you guys. You guys got a great, you know, staff, and I've had a blast up there. Hopefully you guys can get recouped and rebound as soon as possible.
Yeah, I mean, that's the plan. We're kind of taking it one step at a time, and I was telling Priscilla, I said, make sure that the staff knows they still have a job, that they're not going to be let go or anything like that. So I told her, I said, community involvement's always been fantastic here, and I really appreciate that. So what do you got going on?
Sure. Well, speaking of your staff and community involvement, I've had a few friends of mine, Olivia Klein and Alex Carson, contact me, and we kind of got our heads together, and we thought about maybe doing some type of benefit to kind of give to some of your employees there that they're not getting the tips and whatnot. The business is not there, of course. So I'm sure you may be able to do something in the carriage house, but you got a lot of logistical things to take care of there, and I'd really like to do that for you. I could bring in some bands and
that'd be awesome.
Let's rally and make a benefit, and try to make something big of this. How's that sound?
Oh man, that'd be awesome. That's just great. I really appreciate it, and of course everybody loves it when you guys play out there, and hopefully we can get built back here real soon and get all that rolling again. But yeah, in the meantime, what do you need from me to get this going?
Well, let me get back with these two here. We've kind of got a Facebook message going, and we're chatting back and forth. I'll let them know that you're on board, and we'll get some dates together and make sure they work with you as well, and we'll get this thing started.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, Dave.
All right. Catch you later.
Wow, that's a really good example of the support of the community, and golly, I really, really appreciate that. This could be interesting. Stay tuned.